What's up, everybody? Welcome to another night of spoilers. I think maybe one of the final nights. I think we should have one or two more after this. But we're going to be going over some of the cards I think that are coming from the starter decks, as well as a few other little cool things that we've seen so far. Again, if you guys are digging what you're seeing and want to get some of this product, make sure to visit Happy Little Hook Factory. You'll find the link in the description down below. I believe they have like 70 of the boxes left, and then like 130 of each of the starters left. Is what I last saw.
That's really picked up. So you guys should hurry up because we talk about it's at 200, it's 190, whatever, and that last time we were like it's 120, and now it's at 90. Like I feel like we're getting closer, 70. So that's or whatever 70. Yeah. So I feel like it's picking up.
Which happens. Like I think the full set essentially release, or it usually picks up after that has happened. That people start to buy more boxes immediately.
Yeah,
and then,
makes a lot of sense, especially because people are probably buying more boxes. Like the people who would have bought 3 boxes now have to buy 6. So.
Well, I mean, Happy the Hook Factory accounted for that. Like they got a lot more quantity than they normally would have.
But I'm just saying the count drop makes more sense this way.
Yeah, but. Anyways, if you guys, again, want to help support the channel and things we do here, visiting that link and making your purchase of that link does help out the channel here as well. And I would say pick them up when you can, because like I said, once the set's all out and everybody starts to look at it, analyze it, that is usually when it starts to pick up, and then next thing you know, they're sold out, and maybe we're getting it, didn't get it like last time, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
They don't do second print runs, so.
Yeah, so we're going to get started here. Now we're going to look at the promo. This is a promo that's going to come inside the starter decks we're looking at. So the Faria and Melgis starter decks should include one of these inside of it. That's what I'm interpreting here, right?
Yeah. So this is pretty exciting. And with this promo was also the announcement that there will be a collaboration product coming in 2020. So this is sort of a teaser of that. Hopefully it's not a teaser like we got with Caster Chronicles, where we got those promos teasing a crossover with Casters and Forcible at some point. But and obviously this will for sure happen. It's promoting the show coming out on Netflix. But I think if you want to read what the card does real quick.
I was going to say one thing real quick is I thought it was very interesting that it's supposed to come out at the same time the show comes out, which we found an article that says it came out in the second quarter of 2020, which is right around May or June.
Which I feel like, if I could be remembering wrong, but isn't that usually around that bubble when Vingolf used to come out? I feel like it was near summer when Vingolf came out. I could be completely wrong, but
it bounced, I think, between before set 4 and after set 4, I think.
This isn't Vingolf. I was just curious.
Yeah, this is supposed to be its own set. I believe. I think it's going to be a smaller set, obviously, just to help specialize in that.
Like
Pokemon. In this show. Or like the way Caster Chronicles did the anime. What's it called? Magical Girl Rising, which is a small 25 card set that they released. So.
That's a very interesting observation, Oscar. Very, very similar to Caster Chronicles.
They're following a lot of Caster Chronicles steps here.
I'd highly recommend, if you guys are a patron, to check out our most recent Patreon mini podcast. I delve into that topic a lot further, but.
Yeah. But started here is Kusanagi. Is it Motoko? 7 costs, all void. 14/14. Resident human/machine. And has a lot of keywords here: quick cast, first strike, flying, barrier, drain, precision, swiftness. This card cannot be canceled.
And it's Kusanagi. So I mean, as of right now, unless there's some sort of other mechanism, the card's like okay. In the current format, it's way too slow. Way too slow.
It is very slow and expensive, but if it was to find a way to get out faster, then it could catch up a bit and have issues.
And the biggest takeaway...
It doesn't have Eternal.
And that's when we pointed it out amongst ourselves. It just doesn't have Eternals. But you have very few removals outside of that just because of the barrier.
Right. But I'm just saying, compare this to Alice. I still think Alice still has all of these keywords. I think maybe not Drain. I don't remember. Or Barrier. I mean, I don't know if she has Barrier.
But the big thing you want to think about is this is a machine, and machines. If they're doing more machines, especially if there's a machine based set with Ghost in the Shell, they're notorious for having machines that are like, hey, your void color cards cost 2 less to play. Hey, when you flip your J ruler, put in 18 machines into the field. Stuff like that could make it so this card suddenly goes from what we're talking about now to all of a sudden, this is super viable. Really but I mean, at this point in time, until this set comes out, the support comes out, from obviously up to this point, and with the spoilers we've seen, This is just going to be sit in your binder for now until a later
right.
date.
I forgot she's a machine.
It's also like the reintroduction of just void machines, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Pretty cool.
Is this legal, actually, to even play, since it's just a promo?
I mean, that would be the argument for Arwen. So, it's like,
Well, yeah,
is that legal to play? But people still used it.
I'm on the side that that's not legal to play.
Yeah, but it ended up being on the side that it was legal. So I would assume this is on the side of being legal. And if not, then if you made that argument you had, this could just be part of that set anyways when it comes later.
I mean, I'm going to throw this into my Machine Epic Stories deck for sure.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
But I'm super excited about Ghost in the Shell set. I'm a big fan of Ghost in the Shell and Standalone Complex and all that.
Starter deck and set, so it's actually a little bit extra than what Caster Chronicles has done in the past for those crossovers.
It could be extra. It could be the Pokemon route of here's the set and here's the starter deck that has cards from that set just compiled into a starter deck type of thing. Yeah. So I won't hold my breath. I'll wait and be surprised.
Right. So which we'll see spoilers later on down the road, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we're gonna kind of skim over these next three. I think I had them shown in the podcast, or maybe a different three. But these are the memorial cards. So this first one's Glinda the Fairy. I'm not really gonna read over them, but it's just cool to take a closer look at them. I'm really enjoying like the banner on top and the text box. Like, these are actually really nice, and
I like these a lot better than the Stranger card design.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, "This is the level Stranger should have been at on their design, like not where they ended up being." But
yeah, and for anyone who hasn't been keeping up, none of these are legal in New Frontiers unless they're of a card that is legal in New Frontiers. So for anyone who might be confused,
yeah.
But you get stuff like this Magic Stone Blast and Waves, which has the European promo art, which is kind of cool.
That's true. I really like that art when it first came out.
And it has the text box on it, so you still have like the visual coolness if you have the actual promo cards still. This doesn't overshadow it. So
Colin was also noticing on the stones it only has like the little like memorial barrier or border on top rather than on the sides, and
so you get a nice big art picture, which I thought was cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, Joe, you want to start us off with that?
Yeah, it's a space-time anomaly.
No.
What? No?
Melgis.
I don't see Melgis in my photos. Oh, yeah, Melgis. So we're like officially starting and everything, right?
Yeah, now we're getting started.
Okay. So Melgis, he is a ruler warrior, Stranger 10, just like all the others. 2 fire and a black judgment. Energize red or black. Whenever a fire regalia enters a field under your control, choose 1. If the regalia is Levantine, choose up to 2 instead. Choose a card from your Stranger deck at random and put it into your hand. Or this card deals 500 damage to target player or J Resonator. Or put a 700/100 Fire Warrior Resonator token with Swiftness into the field. At the next end of turn, its controller banishes it. Or you may pay 0 to do Judgment until end of turn.
So basically, like we said, it follows the structure of the other rulers. This one, I think, has more interesting options, in my opinion, than the other ones. The other ones may be better options, but I like these options better. And it could be because of my playstyle. But I really like the token, and I really like the damage to a player or J Resonator options.
Yeah, no, the token and damage, like, that's really, really good costed. Like, the 500 damage is basically like playing a Thunder, and then imagine playing, black for a 700/100 Fire Warrior token with Swiftness, and then you get your Regalian.
Like, if there was a card that was 2 costs, that was like, hey, for 2, put a 700/100 Swiftness token in the field and deal 500 to your target player J Resonator. So it's like a lightning and
I was just saying, Oscar. Yeah, Colin.
Well, no, yeah, I just saying, like, I'm compounding on that. That. Plus, you get a free regalia on top of that.
The costing is insane. Yeah, so that's really, really nice.
Value-wise, they're making regalia similar to free.
And I definitely agree that's better than the other 2.
Yeah.
For what I feel like right now. But look at his. Should I do his flip side too?
Yeah.
The flippy flop.
Okay. So his flip side, he is a 1000 resonate or J ruler, 7 kings. It was on his flip side. First strike, enter, choose a card from your Stranger deck at random and put it into the field. God's Art, Usurpation of the Flame King, red and black, banish a Resonator, draw 2 cards, Choose a card from a stranger deck at random and put it into the field.
Draw 2 cards is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Banish Resonator. That could be good, especially imagine this. Imagine you put a Regalia in the field. You put a token resonator and free judgment for the 2 things. You swing with token resonator, you judgment for free, and then you banish that free token in order to do the God's Art, draw 2 cards, and then all that stuff.
That's a good combo.
Especially because you can tap the Regalia now to pay for that God's Art. So you basically, for 2 will, just did this monster of a combo, and you have 2 God Strangers into the field and all this different stuff.
And swiftness, because odds are you drop down Levitine.
Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah, Levitine gives them swiftness, too.
Yeah, which we haven't seen yet, but we'll see. It's like, I realized I jumped the gun on that when I said it.
I was going to be sad because Melgis himself doesn't have swiftness, but he'll have Levitine. I will say that it's kind of hard to get too many... like to actually utilize his enter and his God's Art for both the strangers, because like getting the stranger to your hand through his first ability and getting the token and having 0 cost for his judgment is like that's too many effects. And then like how do you get your stranger cards into your hand? So I don't know, like there's definitely like a play, there's like a play, there's like different lines here, because if you want to have a judgment and you want to put a stranger from your deck into your hand, you can only do those 2. But yeah, it's interesting.
Next up we got Levitine. It's a 1 black 1 red Regalia, mythic. Your J ruler gains swiftness, and you can tap it to produce 2 will of red and or black. Spend this will when we play God's Art, Strangers, or Sword Arts. So once again, very basically the same layout as all the other Regalia, but same as the other.
And my favorite part about this is that it's so good with Shakti. It's like if you have Shakti out and you like play Levitine, you can like play Shakti, pay for her Sword Arts, she gets swiftness, and then you get to like attack in for like a bunch of damage, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely, not as... It's really good. I don't know if it's
really good with Melgis. On its own, it's not
I mean,
crazy,
even just Jailer swiftness is always like really awesome.
Yeah.
But it'll be great.
Yeah. Next up is Kai, the Resonant Knight. 1 cost, 400. Resonator Knight of the Round Table. Enter, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a Knight of the Round Table, reveal it and put it into your hand.
I saw this while I was going down to a couple of days ago, and I was kind of like, but I think I saw it in a different language or something. But I thought it looks so cool, and it looks like a mash from Fate Go, but the effect I don't think is very good.
Oh, it does look very.
I was kind of disappointed.
And just so you guys
the
know,
art's awesome.
We're looking at starter deck cards right now, just so you guys know. Yeah, I really like the art. I think it's an okay card, but I mean, it's a 1-drop Knight of the Round Table 4/4, which isn't terrible to have inside of a Knight of the Round Table deck. So
yeah.
And if you're running the pure Knight of the Round Table deck, it could. It's like my machine deck running.
Like the 34 machines or something.
This is I have the.
You're thinking of you're thinking of the blue.
The new When she hits the graveyard, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a machine, you draw it. That I think I've missed that once.
Yeah, it's like 90% of the time it's a machine.
So.
Yeah, so she'll probably be similar.
Yeah.
But
next up, Joey.
Oh, that's my Percival, the Seeker of Holy Grail, which is exciting. Knight of the Round Table, 2/2. Enter, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may put a Regalia or Knight of the Round Table from among them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Banish this card. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to target J Ruler or Knight of the Round Table until end of turn. Percival's awesome.
Yeah,
I enjoyed playing it.
I mean, there plenty of Regalia to start switching out on the colored decks you're running or what we get soon. How useful it is just with running the main one, probably not as useful right now, but I think with more Regalia being revealed, if there are, then it becomes more useful.
And she's definitely less useful when your regalia costs stuff now.
Yeah, and I guess Knight of the Round Table, so you're also hitting that too.
Yeah.
So you just start searching those knights out.
Yeah, if you're running that type of deck, this is always going to hit something.
Yeah.
I always like Percival. I like playing her.
Next up.
Gawain, the Knight of the Sun, 2 cost, 3/7 Knight of the Round Table. Other Knight of the Round Table resonators you control gain 2/2. Whenever this card attacks or blocks, rest target resonator. I used to run this in my Knight of the Round Table deck. I really liked him back then. I think it's probably not great in the new format. It's just too bland and
Too slow.
Too slow.
300 damage isn't big enough.
Yeah, because he doesn't even apply his effect to himself. So, yeah, I think he's okay.
Yeah,
It makes sense why he's in the starter deck as a reprint. Which
yep.
there are that is one thing to point out is there are some people are thinking the star decks would be a lot of new cards as well, but there are a lot of reprints in the star decks as well.
So far from what we've seen, it's about 50-50.
Yeah. Oscar.
And next up is Avalon, Illusionary Home of Knights, 2-cost addition. Knights of the Round Table you control gain +2/+2.
Is this a new one?
No, this is reprint.
Okay. I don't. This card sucks.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I didn't even
don't
run
remember.
it back in the day.
Nobody ran
I
it.
don't
It
remember
was-
at all.
It was trash.
This is a situation of like, if we're reprinting cards, why this one? I could think of some other Knight of the Round Table based stuff that is better than this, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Okay. Bedivere, the Restorer of Souls, is next. He's a 3 costs, 700, a Knight of the Round Table. Precision, enter, you may remove target resonator with 1,000 or more attack from the game.
This could be decent. This could be decent.
Bedivere was good back then. I think he'll be okay now.
Yeah, he got his price got artificially inflated with the trade-in program and stuff, and then he got inflated more when people were like, because of that program, people were like, wait, I forgot about this card. This is actually not bad, and so he went up even more in price. And I was like, guess I'm not running him on my Knight of the Round Table deck because I didn't have any of them because I traded them all in that program. But yeah, no, I think this one's pretty decent. Being able to remove, since so much is so strong now, he's just removing a lot of stuff now from the game.
Yeah, and
for
stuff comes in earlier than usual, so
yeah,
he could be okay.
I think he's pretty solid. Something I was noticing on all these like starter deck cards, there's no rarities on any of them.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
Which I think is mostly just impactful to like common or pauper type format, but which I'm sure not many people play, but still it's something like, I'm sure some people are paying attention.
Never mind.
Which have we heard from Justin Dilgard? Like I remember he was setting up that commoner thing.
he had made a comment about looking into when I had mentioned most recently about some of the rarities. But yeah. Next up.
Do you call him?
Okay.
No,
it's Colin.
I just did Bedivere.
I did Bedivere.
I did Avalon. Colin. Yeah, it's Colin.
I did Bedivere. Get out of here.
Okay.
I was like,
Hector
next-
Demaris, the Acolyte of Mad Demon. It's a 2-cost 4/4 Knight of the Round Table. You may pay 1 red less to play this card if you control Lancelot, the Knight of Mad Demon. Enter. Target resonator gains +400 until end of turn.
I mean,
I think I was
Lancelot yet.
I think I was the only one who ran this out of
card
us
sucks,
when we did Lancelot. I think it's not bad. I think it's not
he
bad.
sucks.
A 1 cost
it was-
4/4 buff something +4. That's not bad.
You definitely ran it back when we were like still discovering Force of Will, so
Yeah.
like all our builds were just
She
janky, so.
sucks, I should say.
Yeah.
Forget
Yeah.
lot.
Oscar.
Colin's like,
Yeah.
why was it janky though? Next up is White Wizard. It's a stranger card. It's a 1-cost white card it's a 500/700. Has Drain. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to resonators with +1/+1 counter on them by chance and abilities. Enter, distribute 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 2 target J/resonators you control.
This is solid. This is solid.
Yeah, he seems
For a
really
1?
interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was really good too when we first saw this.
1 drop 5/7.
Yeah, but-
Imagine doing a blue-yellow machine deck.
Yeah, I was gonna say he seems really good in machines. I really want to know what all the ways. So we've already found most of the ways to play your strangers, right? It's just from Regalia and your ruler ability for the most part.
So it looks like for the most part, for drawing it, it's from the ruler ability.
Right. So I was gonna
And
say
then
like
to
drawing them
actual-
sounds really
I think the
difficult.
cost looks like it's just the regalia assist in the cost. You don't have to use the regalia to play them.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like playing the strangers is just you just pay regular mana for it or
Right.
regular will and stuff
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
But being able to access them, it seems to me like the only way was to play the regalia and draw them from your stranger deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on the
But-
ruler.
Yeah, he still seems really nice. I don't know. It's so hard to get those strangers into your hand. But the next card,
Yep.
It's you, Joy?
that's Oscar, isn't it?
I just did white
He
wizard.
literally
What was it?
just
Okay,
did.
now I'm getting all mixed up. We have got Guinevere, surprise, the Jealous Queen. She's a 1 red cost, 200, 400. Queen Resonator. Rest, banish Resonator, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Pay a red, rest her. Target Resonator you control gains +4/+4 until end of turn. When it deals or is dealt damage this turn, its controller banishes it.
So real quick, I just want to put out because I'd seen a lot of comments, not a lot, but some comments around of like, Rookeg, Doopadoop, at least, and especially when I had made the comment about Alter and how crazy strong that could be. Like, nah, it will never be as strong as it in Guinevere, as long as we don't get Guinevere. Here you go. And I like that this came out, and now that I see people being like, whoa, no, it's actually if we get this other card, then that's when it's strong. So I'm making mental notes of the different cards people
I don't
say
know
will break it.
I don't know who would say that. I said
I'm
that
making
Guinevere
mental
and
notes,
Rookeg.
and so
I
when those
still-
cards get spoiled, either in this or next set, I'm gonna point it out each time we spoil it.
I still hold that Guinevere Rookeg was better than Rookeg Alter.
Mhm.
But obviously these, four together are gonna rule the world right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why they'd reprint Guinevere. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I was actually pretty excited to see it though. Like, I feel like I had been like speculating it for a while now. So then when we saw it, Percival revealed a few days prior, I was like, "Oh, it's happening! It's gonna happen!" And then they showed. I was like, "There it is."
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Oh,
it just
boy.
it just reminds me of those like Turbo Guiber days and things like that.
I like
Yeah,
that
no,
there's
it's gonna get crazy.
there's like 13 or 14 comments, but there's only four likes on the post to get an idea of like the conversation going on.
Like, could you imagine being able to chain like a couple of like Laylas with like Guinevere's?
I could
Like,
imagine
because-
things.
Huh?
Yeah, good.
Just like the fact that she gets you that Layla gets you, those stones so that you're actually like ramping up while drawing 2 cards. It's like I don't know.
I mean, I think we were discussing just in chat recently, like the possibilities. Like, I was thinking like the value of like tapping and sacking something just for the draw and filter system, but like to have something that like would be put in play that has to be removed at a certain point, based on how it came into play. Like I think like heroic epic, I think it was whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like the combos or I think you brought it better to attention was this is where it flipped my mind. I was like, whoa, power of immortality. Like,
Yeah.
if you could just power of immortality something and then sack it to the
Well,
Guinevere,
and-
it's awesome ender ability again. That's like pretty solid.
Just inside of the spoiler video, like she already has red fuel with the Melgis. You get to put out a token for free, swing for 7, and then you
Yeah.
can banish that token for her effect and stuff like that. So within the red archetype, she has
Oh, yeah.
fuel essentially.
Oh yeah, she's ugly. She's real.
Well,
she's gonna
not
be.
that ugly.
She's pretty hot, but
It's just really good, especially because like was it Shotki? How much is that? Like a 2-cost card?
2 costs. Yeah.
Like Guinevere, and then just sack Guinevere off herself just to help draw into more cards, just to get you closer to that. Is
And
even-
just like Guinevere, sack your Rookeg, and you search for Shakti.
yeah, I was assuming you didn't
Yeah.
have Ruke. Like she can sack herself to her own
Yeah.
ability. if I'm
No,
thinking about that.
I think that was one of her even stronger parts is sacking Rookeg sacking herself is such a great turn 2 play because like if you pass to them and they're like, oh, I need to get rid of that Guinevere, she just banishes herself and then
Yeah.
This
draws 2
definitely-
cards.
Definitely removed before. Yeah, it definitely a target. I'm trying to get it. Yeah.
No, she was great. She was great. She's banned in Wander now. She's just like she's gonna be insane in this new format. My first kind of thoughts were like, maybe she'll be able to, like, if her and Alter exist in kind of the same deck, they'll be fighting for sack targets. But I don't really agree with that. Like, I think she'll be good enough that it won't really matter whether you know, do the Alter combo or do her, and she'll dig for more alters or more stuff anyway. So just crazy. It'd be really interesting to see how well she does.
Yeah. Next up, Colin.
Demon Flame, 1-cost quick cast champ.
Ooh,
Choose one. This card deals 500 damage to target resonator or destroy target resonator that was dealt damage this turn. So this actually would combo really well with something like Sandstorm that's like a free, and then you go and you play this to start destroying things so that you actually get a lot more value out of something like Sandstorm.
Yeah, man, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, Sandstorm, that's a good combo, Colin.
Colin's like, thank you.
Colin's like, my team is better than your team, Oscar. they told me about that combo. Yeah, no, Demon Flame's gonna be. That's a good. I like Demon Flame.
Yeah, I like Demon Flame. I think I ended up taking it on my deck just to have the solidness of a Thunder at the time to target the opponent, but
I just remember having it in a Mikage deck.
Mikage, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mikage
where it, like, yeah.
They're like, oh, 2-cost removal. Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, I mean, it was like before recovery, I'm going to start pinging stuff, gaining counters on my ruler, and then kill you. So it's like 2-cost removal plus counters. Like,
it was dumb. Okay, next card.
Next one is Siegfried, the Dragon Knight. Strange card, 2-cost, 7/10, Paladin. It's a flying with barrier against red and black, and it says enter, destroy target rested resonator.
It was okay.
Yeah, he's solid.
In the world of strangers, this would probably be a vanilla stranger, I feel like.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In the real card world, if this was in a regular deck, this is bonkers. But in the world of strangers, it's decent.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's definitely great for. I'm assuming it's an Afaria deck, and it's wanting you to play a Melgis deck with it, so it's like protecting it from anything Melgis could do to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Next, Regulus, the King of Volcano. Stranger. He's a 3-cost, 1,000 beast. Swiftness. When this card is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to your opponent. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, this mechanic keeps coming back, and no one ever uses it.
Volga used it. Yeah, it was able to hit Volgas for like 2,000, which would hit to your opponent type thing. But
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's
what
how you play
exists
this.
to burn that hard. Yeah, but
you can just use torching like you did Volga. Like torching the timeline, they reprinted it. So.
Oh yeah, well, there you go.
That's your out. And it's, I mean, even the swiftness is pretty nice. He's a little overcosted though. But he's a stranger. So.
Well, I mean, strangers, it's going to be hard to overcost them since you can pay for them with Regalia and you play them for free once you flip your J-Roller and stuff. So they're going to have to really try hard to overcost.
Hey guys, you know what's pretty hot? This card and like.
I thought you were making a joke because he's on fire.
No. Well, yes.
I thought so too. I was waiting for.
I definitely was not, but I was thinking of the Vermilion Dragon who. Oh no!
Oscar's dog.
Then it actually prevents the damage. So don't worry about it. Let's just skip the card. Card's pretty
Next up, we got Red Wizards. 1-cost, 6/6 wizard. Enter. This card deals 600 damage to each resonator your opponent controls. This is bonkers. I think this is bonkers. This is a 1-cost 6/6 that just to your entire opponent's field. And then if you're running the one card in the Fuji deck, it's doing 1,000 to your opponent's field, and then you Sandstorm for an extra 200 or an extra 600 or whatever.
But so I will point out that you really need to like separate these cards because you can't really play this in Fushi because you don't have Fushi. I mean, I guess you could do like a Melgis Fushi deck, but
even then, don't you not gain all your emblems or something like that because of how?
Yeah, you're right. Genshi has to have Fushi to gain the emblems, I believe.
And is it certain emblems that gain the additional, or is it just his passive ability to gain?
It's Genshi's passive ability gains you extra damage.
Okay.
But you have to have the emblems, I believe. Oh my gosh, I haven't played.
You can't see it play down forever. You play down Friday.
his enter ability.
cards.
His enter ability gains you the counters, the red and the blue counter. If you have Fushi,
You can pick
and
both.
if you
but
have
get
those,
one or the other.
what?
I thought it was if you had Fuji, you get both, but if you don't, you pick
You're
one
right.
or the other.
You're right. It is. and then the red one makes all of your fire sources do 400 more damage. So I guess you could play this with them.
Yeah.
Don't think it's very good though.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Oscar.
Next up is Percival, the Fascinated by Holy Grail. The 1-cost 2/2 Knight of the Round Table. Enter. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may put a Regalia or Fire Resonator, would cost 2 or less from among them, into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Banish this card. This card deals 200 damage to target player or J/Resonator.
Is this a red Percival?
It is a red Percival.
That's so cool.
I see. I knew you'd like it. I was like, when I was telling Jay before, just like, don't look at these cards. Like, scroll to the bottom.
I was like,
and
I was like, wait a minute, this is Percival, and I was kind of like, why are we, doing this card again? Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
yeah. So now red has the search ability, which makes sense, I guess, in a way that white has that search, and now red has the search since these are starter decks.
She's like a little Tama. She comes in and then you get to look at the top 5 cards, and then you banish her and you kill.
Tama
do
just
200
drew a
damage.
card.
But Tama also banishes, deal 200 damage.
Yeah, it's true.
That was my main point. This is Tama. No, she's super cool. That's really interesting. Okay, I'm next, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Lancelot. Lancelot, the Knight of Mad Demon. 2 red, 600, Knight of the Round Table. Swiftness. As you choose a card to attack, you must choose this card if able. Whenever this card attacks, if the card's attack is 1,000 or more, this card deals 700 damage to target Resonator, and you can pay red to pump it +1/+0 until end of turn.
I like how this has the reminder text for
Yeah,
Swiftness.
I was just noticing that too, and I was actually just thumbing through the other ones, and I was like, yeah, there's only a Stranger that has Swiftness that's in these starter decks. It just doesn't have that reminder text.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how good this is with the advanced power level, but I still love it. Like what gives stuff 400 extra attack now? How do you turn this guy online, this girl online, all that jazz. I don't know if it stands up to the other two.
I mean, you already have a couple other things that we've seen so far. Any spoilers, like the Guinevere can help get him there.
Yeah, but Guinevere kills him after he. See, Guinevere isn't a good target because you have to banish. You have to you have to kill Lancelot after you do it.
Yeah, Hector's enter ability gives it 400 attack.
Unless you're
Hector sucks.
Unless you're a red black deck in which you target him so he comes back right after that as well, and then you swing in again or something like that.
The other thing, and I was double checking, I think Guinevere, you banish him when he deals damage. So he deals damage on his effect, and then I don't think he deals any damage with his attack because he'll banish him.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. He was really good back in the day. I don't know how good she'll be now.
Yeah. Is that the last of it?
That's it. That's all we have so far for tonight. Again, I'm sure we have 1 or 2 more weeks worth of them. I think just 1, honestly. But
real quick, let me real quick. 1 sec.
So Red Percival was what you got me all excited over, Oscar?
Yeah. No, I was teasing Joey. I was like, "Don't look, it's crazy." He's like, "Is Reflect being reprinted?" I was like, "I can't tell you. I can't say anything."
Is it Black Moonbeam?
Yeah. I was like, "I can't say nothing, man. You'll see. Just don't look at it when we get there."
Oh my goodness.
So,
super exciting.
Keep an eye out also for maybe some stuff coming soon. I'd highly recommend going and liking the Alternate Souls Facebook page. We might have some stuff to show soon for the new card arena card game from EG and Jeff. You guys remember those guys. But yeah, I got excited because we got that in the middle of the day. So
yeah, and then again, if you guys are excited about these new cards, these spoilers, and what you're seeing, definitely visit Happy Little Hut Factory. You guys can get that pre-order in, or at least visit us LGS if that's an option for you, and get that new set so nobody's behind and everybody has everything.
yeah,
And we'll see you guys next time.
Woo.